Hello. I fully expect to be alone right now. Pardon me. I'm not going to be in front of the camera, and since I am all alone, I think I'll wait until maybe I'm not. Surprise. Well, while I'm waiting for people to find me, I'm going to text my husband. Maybe sing badly. Oh, there's somebody. Hello. I'm going to get to sewing in just a second. Welcome. I'm Coleen. I'm just killing time today. This wasn't planned. This was just good afternoon, Sylvia. I will be paying more attention, I think, to the chat today. I had to text my husband to let him know I'm probably not going to be available for his break because I make bad choices. I'm starting to wonder if I was live. Can you hear me okay? I'll show you what I did. I thought I was very clever. First of all, I pinned the lace that I'm using. It's different colors of lace or different types, colors. Thank you. My moderators worked really hard yesterday. I don't expect them to hang out with me today until I get bored or until my back gives out on me. I did not prepare, which means I didn't get my back things on before I decided to do this. I was over here anyway and thought, let's do this. Show you what I'm feeling very clever about this lace. Let's follow it. Let's move my phone. Whoops. Hopefully that's through the middle. I stuck that in the middle so I can pull it off and just do it as I go instead of taking it off and pinning it because I've already pinned the tar out of my hand. But I was feeling pretty clever when I did this. And my nails are awful. This is not a beauty channel. I just thought y'all might want to see an up close of this without it being in a short. I don't know if you can see it okay. If you can't, I can get the camera closer because you don't need to see me. We've had enough of me. No, we're not. Sylvia. She says you and pins are not great together, LOL. You would not believe how mean they were to me today. Good. Okay. Thank you. And hopefully the machine isn't terribly loud. I can't do anything about that. That is so easy to put on. Thank you for the links. You're awesome. And if I get done with this faster than I expect, I may go over there and set up for quilting my Minky quilt. Look how easy that is. Isn't that adorable? Aw, thank you. I'm just going to backstitch a couple. And I did lower my stitch to 1.8 just because I thought with this lace, as small as it is, that's probably a good idea. Don't know. I haven't put up the Sunbonnet Sue yet. It is on my to-do list to get done this year. There's still quite a bit to do. Let's see, where did I just put that on? Let's move you back a little bit. Sorry, low tech. I know, not cool. I fear everybody's either traveling or cooking today. And if they're not doing either, they can hang out with me. I hadn't put lace on before, and I am so enjoying this. I don't know how it'll hold up to washing. I thought I was going to make it into a wall hanging, but now I feel like it needs to be a quilt. And this over here, I just used, I don't remember what size stitch I was using for that. I do need to go around it and stitch it down because I don't think that's a good idea. It just hanging out there. I'll try to go in the scalloped. What is that? Oh, you can kind of see where it is right there. But this was the first double wedding ring I put together. And I like it, but it was too complicated for me because I didn't know anything. Now I understand everything it told me to do. But all of these would have covered the Sunbonnet Sue month. Well, I haven't put my Sunbonnet Sue's up. I put my grandma's up. And I'm just going to get as close as I can here and cut this off. I've stitched and back stitched right there. I am not a professional. I'm just enjoying what I'm doing and thought, let's have fun. I try to see which side's the front. I think this actually has it does have a front and the back. It's just sometimes I can't see it. But I was going to get this done so I could get that Sunbonnet Sue up for the block of the month. And then I was like, well, I should get this under here first. Twisted. I need to twist it around itself. My thread twisted around the needle. I'm just going to lay it down because pins hate me. One side looks better to me. I don't know if that's just my imagination. Whoops, that's not in the right place. I'm trying to center it, but I'm not being too fussy. I'm measuring, which normally I would. And right up to this edge of my little thing right there. Okay. Oops. I know it's selfish of me to come live again, but I just thought somebody might have time today, might enjoy this, might not. And if you enjoy it, hey, give it a thumbs up. By the way, if you watch this later, Thanksgiving here in the U.S. is tomorrow. Anybody want to say what you're thankful for? I have one word, and I think it covers it all. Grace. I'm thankful for grace. I have to see if I got my husband's okay to miss our phone call at break. Yep. So, we want to hang out, we can hang out a while. I'm not sure if Lisa Capen's going to go live this week or not. She was talking about it Friday. Keep it on the lace. She did a snack mat with lace. Of course, it was a cotton. I think it was a cotton blend, but it was heavier cotton than blend. Which reminded me I needed to get in and do this. My aunt, who has been gone a while now, used to put lace in the, I guess in the binding, kind of like a flange maybe. I didn't see it, but my aunt told me about it. Aw, thank you, Sylvia. See, Sylvia is the best. Unless my mom asks, and then, you know. I'm teasing. Thank you, Sylvia. Oops, should have went all the way to the end and back. Decided that I like the bottom being loose. Like I said, I don't know how that's going to wash, and somebody might know and say, oh, that's going to ruin it. That's okay, because it's making me happy right now. The Sunbonnet Sues, I was using different stitches on all of them. This thing has 99, at least 99 stitches. I think we should use more of them. I always wanted to. Okay. Ambitious. Because it's on a curve, this is, I don't know, puckering, scalloping. I'm just pushing it over and holding it down till I get to it. So it's going to sew it how it sews it. I'm not doing anything special. I didn't feel like having my face in the camera today, so I decided to go with sewing. Got a little carried away with my back stitches there. I'm just going to put 4 on, though. I'm not going to do all these. Don't think I have enough of this one lace to do that anyway. I'm great at making my life more difficult for myself. Now I'm wishing I would have done my nails. Now I've got to look again. Okay, that looks like it's right side. If you like a little silence with a little sewing and a little talking, you're in the right place. And I don't know how I'm going to get these corners done over here. I don't think it matters which side I start on. I'm kind of going for this line right here and close up here. Now on the bonnets, I tried to do a little scallop. Might be hard to see. So are you putting the lace top and bottom of each ring? Just the bottom. The hats are going into the top. So I thought I'd just stick with the bottom. And I don't think I have enough to do a bunch more. Lace was just something I'd been dying to try, so I got a multi-pack thing so I could try different sizes. This might be too boring. Whoops, wrong one. See, I do it a bunch of turning on just back stitching and going back forward. Oh. I'm ignoring everything else. Just paying attention to where the lace is. Make sure nothing's under it. That shouldn't be. I'm going to cut this up so it doesn't get in my way anymore. There we go. Just putting it up on that stool with the stool. That spool was so clever. It's I think it's got nylon in it. Polyester, nylon mix. Thank you. Sylvia says, cool, will look so cute. I love that purple. Thank you. I didn't realize I had quite a bit more of these purples and the pink over here. I'm thinking a half Dresden. I don't know, on either side or the top and the bottom. I have that FPP printed out for a 16-inch, I think, and it would probably work with this because this is 24. I could even do maybe 2 or make it bigger. Where was I? It's over here, wasn't it? I think everybody should try a Sunbonnet Sue block. Every time I see purple, I think of you. Ah, Sylvia says that would be amazing. I'm talking about Sylvia. Thank you. I don't think I made a Dresden, but I didn't make a Dresden, I feel like. So, okay, that corner's good. I'm going to start here on this outer lace, undo the scallop, and figure out how to get that corner to do what this corner is doing. And hopefully I can get all of them to do that. I have music in my ear because I like it. Start down here. My stitch small. Probably ought to go smaller actually. Oops. Something is not right. I can feel it. Maybe it's my imagination. No, I don't really want to go smaller. It doesn't have any interfacing behind it. I don't want to go too small. The Sunbonnet Sue's do. I forgot to do the arm. How many arms did I skip? I forgot to do 2 arms. Well, they're there when I'm ready. I'm watching the center, kind of, trying to keep it on this line down here. Just above it, really. I think the key is slow. I've had to really slow down sewing. I was too impatient. Oh, hello, Fern. How are you? I just got on to put some lace on. That's all. I thought there might be somebody out there that would see it, that would like seeing it. Trust me, I am not too fixed. We won't be in front of the camera. These are going to be a little bit more fiddly than I thought they would be. Got to figure out my hand positions. There we go. So all I have to do is turn and, whoops, slow down. Do you have big plans, Fern, for Thanksgiving? We don't. And unfortunately, I think not going to donate plasma has made a big difference. The dizziness has subsided quite a bit. So I'm going to try once a week next week. It's nice to feel like I'm doing something for other people, even though I'm getting paid a little bit for it. I see. Is this your double wedding ring pattern from your arc? This is the one from Quilting Today, Eleanor Burns. I made this years ago, and you would not believe I butchered it. It doesn't look bad, but you don't know how Frankenstein it is. Is my hubby off tomorrow? Yes, he is. And he gets off early today because he has an appointment with his doctor. And then he'll be off until Monday. And Fern says, yes, I will have a house full of my family and my husband's family. I have pumpkin pies to make today. Oh, yum. I was thinking about, we have frozen pies. We have frozen pies because we like it. And nobody wants to do the work. So I was thinking about making those today just because we got an apple and a pumpkin. It's not like we're going to eat them both tomorrow, just 3 of us. I tried doing big get-togethers, but it got to where the kids would eat somewhere else before they came over here, like my mom's or their other grandparents and stuff like that. Or they just, I'd have people just not show up. And I was like, okay, this sounds silly, but I don't mind being in extreme pain and having to medicate after doing all that work if I got to see everybody. But when I get no call, no shows, I'm like, just not going to do it anymore. But that's okay. They still love me. I still love them. And maybe they're doing it for me because they know I can't. And I would. We'll see how this looks. Whoops. Sorry about that. Oh, yum. Sylvia. Oh, Sylvia, friend. If you could see my face right now, I am in shock. She says, I've never tried pumpkin pie. Fern says, this is an old-fashioned recipe that uses regular milk. Fern says, Sylvia, you have no idea what you're missing. It is really good. Have you tried pumpkin bread or muffins? We like both. In fact, I've got some in there I could make. I was just listening to something on my ear. No pumpkin bread either. Oh, do they have canned pumpkin puree in the UK? I got recipes. They're pretty easy. I used to make it all the time. I used to bake up a storm regularly. I was a stay-at-home mom, so I could. I think the kids kind of are like, when they'd have friends over at the last minute, I was always baking, so it didn't matter. There was always stuff to eat, and when you got boys, there always needs to be stuff to eat. Never looked, Sylvia. I make a pumpkin, for instance, I make a pumpkin bundt cake too. Oh man, that sounds good too. Okay, how did I do that corner? I'm just going to bend that over. This one I left straight across. Didn't realize I did that. No, maybe I can do that. Yeah, I can. That way they're kind of the same. Except for there was no corner in that one over there. I'm going to tuck this over. And trust me, whatever I do with this, nobody is going to care. You know I'm going to get it on Amazon UK and look for pumpkin now for you. Friend says a lot of preparation today. That way I can watch the Macy's parade. Oh, yeah. That's very popular. Been hearing about it all morning on the radio. I like listening to the radio when I'm sewing. Makes it go by a little bit quicker and helps me concentrate, really. So somebody comes in wanting something. Let's see how I'm doing on these. No, I'm a little bit crooked here and there. That's okay. That's okay. This is my lace experiment. Coleen, that is beautiful. Love the colors, Fern says. Thank you so much. These were actually left over from the quilt that I made for my mom that was more panel than blocks. And I didn't want to get rid of it because I worked very hard to get this to look right. Sylvia says, I know you will. That's right, I will. I will be on Amazon. I can do it right now. And if you can't see it from a galloping horse, don't worry. Oh, yes, that's the rule. I forgot about that rule. That should be the title. I like trying things I haven't tried before. It keeps my mind very occupied. Clearly, I was more occupied than talking. Did you give your husband our honey-do list for him, Sylvia? Don't enable. Just search yes. They do have canned pumpkin. Thank you, Fern. Fern, near. Sylvia will be getting that link and a recipe later. Is it, you think the UK in general, pumpkin's just not, as common, or just a you thing? I was listening to radio this morning, and apparently the further south you get, is you don't have cornbread, or you don't have stuffing, you have cornbread. Oh my gosh, I know what that's called. Cornbread stuffing. Instead of stuffing. It's a southern thing. Which explains why stovetop tasted so different to me when I got older and actually tried it, because we never had stovetop that I remembered, or my mom doctored it. It's available, Sylvia. Oh, Sylvia went to the post office so she could send that stuff. Are you home yet? Is there a store on the way? And you're on the tiny phone. I don't know how you do it. I really dislike the tiny phone. We don't really use pumpkin here much. Corn is yuck. Devil's food. Oh, Sylvia. I don't know. I'm going to have to get a hold of Melissa. We didn't either. We had dressing. That's what it's called. Cornbread dressing. And I discovered a couple of years ago, pecan pie has always been my favorite. Problem is, nobody will help me eat it here. My kids that don't live here anymore would have, but the two I've got here won't. I don't need to eat an entire pecan pie. Uh-oh. Sylvia says, yes, I'm home. LOL. So on iPad. Good. And then she says, this is why I said, oh, you know why corn is called devil's food? Fern and I both say no. Why? It comes out body same way it goes in. It's a marker for your system to see if your tummy is digesting properly. Was that an appropriate way to say it? That's true. Fern says that is too funny. Yes, it was. Okay. All right. There. This one is not going to turn right for me. All right now. We were doing so good, Lace. Okay. Should probably do that on top. This one will be different. Okay, doggone it. Time out. I know I can make this one look like the others. Put it on the same way. Got that. There we go. I don't know if I should turn that under or cut it off. That's a lot to turn under. I think I'll cut it off. Oh, hello, Miss Ellen. And Sylvia says, if you can't digest it, why eat it? It gives you nothing. There's Miss Ellen. It's good to see you. Did you have a live yesterday? I didn't see it come up. That doesn't mean much, though, because I know that's what YouTube does sometimes. I just felt like adding lace to this. Let's see. Trying to cut this off where I'm not messing it up. Let's see if I did that right. May have to fix it. Fern would cut it. Okay. I missed that, but good. And when I sew this down, it'll all be inside. That's a little bit off right there. Doggone it. So close to having the corners look nice. That's okay. Are you hosting or going to Thanksgiving this year, Miss Ellen? Oh, she didn't go live. She's been doing tests at her doctor's. I wish they would get you figured out. Okay. under there. It'll be like it never happened. That looks much better. Thank you. I agree. A little bit more I need to cut off. This one's a little bit wonky, but it'll be all right. Galloping horses. Miss Ellen won't be doing any cooking. I'm not doing any cooking. My husband's going to do it, and it's going to be easy and boxed. I'll be doing a little, actually, because, you know, he says he'll do it, and then can't figure out. But he gets to get in and out of the oven if anything goes in the oven. We're having ham, sliced ham. I wanted turkey. I was outvoted. Let me see. Where is my, just a second. I'm still here. See if it's working. Pork loin. I don't eat much pork unless it's bacon. There's Miss Ellen's link. Sylvia shared everybody's link at the beginning, so please visit the moderators and my friends and check out their channel. See if it's something you'd like to subscribe to. Give some likes, give some kind comments. Everyone, I pray for y'all a very happy Thanksgiving, Miss Ellen says. Thank you, and I pray that for you and everyone also. Stay safe and get full. And if you're watching this after Thanksgiving or on Thanksgiving or later tonight, it's the day before Thanksgiving, 2024 at the moment, put down below what you're thankful for. The one word I could find to sum it up, and I think Miss Ellen would agree, grace. I'm thankful for grace. I was thinking about that the other day. What am I thankful for? Really? Getting out of bed, I'm thankful for. I didn't for many years. Miss Ellen says, thank you, everyone. And Fern says, thank you. You have a good holiday off. We were discussing how Sylvia hasn't had pumpkin pie or pumpkin red. And it's actually really good for you. I think pumpkin is anti-inflammatory. And if you add like more cinnamon or something, I don't know. I've never added the cinnamon. Sylvia says, thankful for family and friends. That's the way to be. And Fern King says, my health, my family, friends, and having God in my life. Amen and praise God. Yes. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be here without his help. Every morning I pray for help. Every evening I'm thankful for it. I should have went slower and more deliberate with these, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm learning. Yes. Sylvia says, really, turmeric is good for joints, apparently. Yes, turmeric, cinnamon. I used to put extra cinnamon and stuff just because it's supposed to be good for that. And Miss Ellen says, I am thankful for Christ Jesus. He made it possible to love everyone. Amen. Absolutely. And you can disagree with people, but you should still love them. And this one may not get monetized because we're talking about God, but I'm okay with that. Didn't bother me a bit. And if you're offended by it, this may not be the channel for you because I do that on occasion. I'm not trying to convert nobody. I'm just saying. He's done for me, and I'm thankful. Made it through 5 kids in the house. Had food on the table every day. Clothes on their back. Husband's barely above minimum wage job. Only one working. I'm thankful. Still taking care of me. I saw pineapple. Yes, pineapple and turmeric is very good for your body. I forgot about pineapple. Pineapple, after you donate plasma, is supposed to be good to help your body regenerate too. I'd forgotten to buy it, but that's okay. And fresh is always better than canned. Although I get canned. Have you ever cut up a pineapple? I thought maybe somebody else needs some encouragement to play with lace. Okay. And a back stitch there. Try to get this side better without cutting my threads. Hopefully I still have thread. I do. Thank you. Sylvia says, I'm happy with that, Ellen. I could eat pineapple all day long. Okay, then go buy some pineapple. Then while you're there, pick up some pumpkin. Miss Fern says, your lace is so pretty. Thank you. I pinned where I got it at and what it is. I don't know if anybody's interested. I just got it to try. But I do really, really like it. And like I said, my nails ain't done. This is not a nail show. I had it a second ago and then I lost it. I'll make it fit. I'll make it fit. Just ride a horse when you go by it. I'll cut off the extra in a minute. Okay. I probably should have cut that a bit quicker. It'll be all right. Cut that off when I'm done. It's at the bottom too, so hopefully. Don't judge. We don't have quilt police here. These snips are very thin. They work great for lots of things. And no, I don't know what I'm doing. It's not stopping me. You're not look great, but that's okay. Done is better than perfect, right? Right? We say that. Oh, I was in Fabric Cafe. So that was supposed to go under. Whoops. That's all right. I back stitched that. I'm just going to cut it off. I can get to it. Even though I back stitch, I still try to pull my threads behind and not just because it makes me feel better. But since you're going over them, you don't need to. What was I saying? Oh, I was at Fabric Cafe's Live yesterday, and they said that, and I put it on my community page. Advertisement. I should be an advertisement for pumpkin. If they would give me free pumpkin bread and pumpkin pie, I would so do it. That's all it would take. But December 1st, they're going to have daily 24-hour sales on different things for 12 days of Christmas. I'm going to back stitch 2 or 3 and then front. And they hadn't done that before, so that's cool. Trying to go under. There we go. Wow, the sun is bright. Pardon my lean. Gotta move stuff. There we go. I think I've got enough light without killing anybody's eyes. All right, Sylvia, we need to learn how to heal our bodies. Did I miss something? We do. There's so many vitamins and foods that it can be very helpful. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Let's see. For instance, yes, she could be an advertisement for pumpkin. Someone says, I started drinking dandelion tea to detox my body and found out some stuff that's wrong with me. Still recovering. Oh, no. Hello, Deborah. Miss Deborah is in the house. I was just getting on to sew on some lace. And I was going to show you. I need to sew their arms. There's a couple that I missed. I thought I'd done. And I'm just putting the lace at the bottom of the arcs. And Deborah says, hello, Coleen and chatters. I don't know if I can. I'm going to do those arms. So what happens is I'll put it away and I'll say, oh, I'll do those later. And I will procrastinate it because when I'm done with this, I'm going to change my threads so I can do the cuddle quilt that I also have working on it. And I won't want to change the threads back until I'm done with that. I think that is so cute. Grandma's didn't have a hand or shoes. Can you drink coffee real quick, please? Thank you, Sylvia. I'm glad you caught that too. I almost didn't. She says, don't forget, you got 2 arms to do. Fern King says, green tea is good for you too. I'm drinking green tea now. I drank green tea for a long time. I never saw a difference, but it is supposed to be good for you. And Deborah says, very pretty. Thank you. I just thought I'd give a close-up of the machine instead of me for a while because I did not want to YouTube face today. I was going to say something else. I don't remember. How did I do those? I just did a zigzag stitch on them. A satin stitch. Let's see the back. Friends don't look at front seams. That being said, Sylvia says tea, yuck. You're British. It's a cultural thing. You're supposed to like tea, is what All American TV has taught me. Miss Ellen says, yes, green tea is good. Have you heard of Woodward tea? It kills parasites in the body, which is amazing. Oh, no, I hadn't heard of that. Sylvia says, yes, I'm a Brit who don't like tea. Well, I think you've been hanging out with us Americans too much, but I like tea as long as it's very sweet. And usually I like hot and cold tea. Fern King says, it helped me lose weight and it fights cancers. So they say it. Well, I don't think it could hurt. Deborah says, drinking coffee, have some peppermint tea. I drink in the evening. Nice. Fern says, oh, Sylvia, you are not British. Wood warm tea is what Miss Ellen says. Yeah. Sylvia. You have shamed your family. They probably don't like tea either. Okay, I'm going to use a satin stitch, which all that is, and you see people use it on applique all the time. Satin stitch is a tight zigzag stitch. On this one, it's a 4. I don't remember what I had it at. Let's do length. I am saying this right. One is length and one is width on your dials. It must be constantly a day because we love her. By the way, Deborah, we were saying what we were thankful for. Didn't know this was going to be an essay, did you? Yeah, okay. He says, oh, they drink it. Just when I was pregnant, turned me off tea, never went back. I had that problem with any seafood, fish, anything. I love popcorn shrimp and shrimp salad and lobster. I loved it all. And then my second pregnancy, that went out the window. Okay, so let's see. Usually a 0.5 on my length and a 5 on the width for my zigzag. And this is a J foot. I called it the wrong thing. I do that. Let's see. I think I'll start here and then go all the way around. This is hard to see. And I line it up on the center of the foot. Can we see? That is too wide. 3.5. That's what I meant to do. Yep, I usually test it. I was getting cocky. Thought I remembered. If you back stitch, all you have to do is cut off your threads. But like I said, I like to pull them through the other side. Stopping on the outside because I'm about to turn it counterclockwise. If the machine is too loud, you can turn your volume down. I really can't do anything about it. It's its own machine. And I have a built-in mic to my camera, so it is what it is. Miss Ellen says, if I had my way, my house would be full of different kinds of teas. I love Sunbonnet Sue, she says at me with a bunch of hearts. Thank you. This was my grandma's. Actually, I think Sunbonnet Sue gained some weight when I made her because I think grandma's was a little bit thinner. But I took some blocks that she did and I traced out the ones that she hadn't sewn down. Stopping on the outside because I'm going to turn counterclockwise again. I usually do a tighter stitch, but I think that's okay. Oh, somebody said had to reboot. Sounded like I was underwater. Oh, that's weird. And Deborah too? Screen froze on TV. My phone is fine. Must be the internet, Fern. Oh, went out and back in and it's fixed. I wonder if my phone company, not the phone company, the internet company does something to my connection after an hour, because I've noticed when I rewatch my lives to make sure I didn't do anything too entirely stupid, it gets blurry after an hour. Next year, we're supposed to be getting that Starlink thing sometime. Absolutely no estimated date on that, but I'll finish these 2 arms and we'll get off here. Thank you guys for keeping me company. It's nice to have company when I'm sewing. People who understand. You know what happens when you try to show men these things? Unless there's a deer in it. Yeah, that's nice. Isn't that just what you did? And I stopped on this side because I'm turning counterclockwise. So I want to push. Sometimes the thread pulls up because my feed dogs aren't going through it the rate they need to be, and it pulls up and gets stuck on the little crescent piece in here where your needle hits down, and I have to help. There we go. I did just turn the wrong, plant that in the wrong direction. It's okay. Get a close look. I like it. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. I was talking about putting Dresdens on either side of it. Maybe all the way around, like half Dresdens, because I've got more of these 2 fabrics. I may need to get some more of this, but this is a Kona Basic, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, other one. Now I try to do it so I don't have to cut my threads. So I start here and I'm going down, and then I'll go around and I'll come back a little bit and then try to give the hand some definition by going around and back stitching at the beginning and end. I am not a professional. Oh, Burn knows how. Are you going to do any couching on your quilt? No, I hadn't planned on it. Miss Ellen asked. And for anybody in chat, oh, Sylvia took away something away. You know what I mean. If you do exclamation with my name, it will bring it up in bright orange for me to see. Exclamation Coleen. Doesn't matter if it's capitalized. No spaces in there. My back's starting to take over my choices. But I'm going to finish this arm. Deborah says, not me this time. No, Sylvia did it. Am I still? Oh, no. My cursor came out of the box. Let's see. I haven't tried couching yet. I guess that's something I can put on my list for next year to try. Because I try to find something that I haven't tried before every year. At least one thing. If I can time my turning and my needle speed is straight, I can turn without picking my foot up as much. That took practice, and I still don't do it all the time. And the idea, if you don't know about embroidery, the idea is to get the stitch. Okay, that was stitched around. I was worried for a second. To get the stitch on both sides. So it's holding the fabric, and then it goes on to this side. It keeps those threads in, I think. Lots. Lots more skilled people than me that you can watch and check out, like my friend Melissa at Practically Creative. Oh, Sylvia says she is printing the same thing as Fred. I figured you were, to get my attention for Miss Ellen. And Deborah says, oh my gosh, my list is so long. Ugh. Well, I'm almost done. I don't have to sit down for hours before I can get over here again, but I've gotten something almost done. Yay! Long weekends are good for getting things done. Of course, I don't work, but that doesn't mean I have unlimited amount of time. Didn't like how that positioned it. Sylvia's list. But Sylvia, you get things done. Oh, one of the ladies I like watching, my great challenge, Sophia. She does all the things. And it is so cool to watch her do all the things that you're like, didn't know you could do that. But she redid her sewing area because her mom is going to come from France. She's a French lady, Sophia is. And I love that she put in a table that her and her mom can sit across and offset from each other. Got two little cabinets like my drawer units that I've got over here. And it was so, I love that. I had planned on getting my mom a sewing area because this is mine and it's what, 5 feet? I wanted to do that for my mom. My mom didn't want it. She said she didn't have time. And I thought I could go over there and sew and stuff, but she's just taking care of those little great grands. But I like that. And if you like seeing other people's sewing spaces to see what they're like, she is a good one to check out. And I've got her in the bot too. I started watching her before I started watching anybody sewing on YouTube. What's a private session? Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I missed that. Sylvia says, tomorrow I have an FPP training session with Natalie. And Fern said, what time, Sylvia? Deborah said, yeah, mine too. Unfortunately, I watch too many of you ladies and stuff I see you do ends up on my list. LOL. I don't know if I want to feel bad about that or not, Deborah. And Natalie's FPP session is a private session. Yes, Natalie is learning FPP from Miss Sylvia. And I know she's going to do great because I know Sylvia is a great teacher. It's kind of thin on my threads right there, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Thank you guys for joining me. Like I said, keeping me company. Sorry. My lower back didn't like me moving that. It was necessary. I'll show you the opposite side. I used a leaf on the hat for that one. It's easier to see on this side. I don't know what this stitch is called on my thing over here, but I just think it was so cute. And this is just, I call it a loop-de-loop. It's just a ribbon kind of thing. And this one I used hearts. You can't see the hearts on the right side though. And now I'll show you the other side. It's just easier to see all those stitches. You can't see them unless this is the hearts. It's very hard to see. And it probably isn't covering those raw edges. And I apologize if I'm being loud as much as I normally would like. But I enjoy using the embroidery stitches on this machine when I can. Tell you, it's like the fabric. You paid for all of it. Use it. Oh, I am very pleased. Let me back up, see if I can get this bigger. Close your eyes if you have vertigo. And I'm sorry. Oh, that's better. Okay, there we go. I'm just putting the lace down here at the bottom of each one of them. I don't think I have enough to do it all, and I really don't want to put it around all of them. I like that look. And yes, it needs to be ironed. Ironing, the bane of sewing, quilting. Whoops, I can't see that one at all. I hope everybody has a fantastic Thanksgiving. And like I said, say what you're thankful for underneath. And be nice, because I hold all comments until I see them to make sure. There was an issue when I first started YouTube. It's since passed, but I'm keeping the habit of holding everything. Sylvia says, oh, hang on. I've got to go up. Deborah's going to shower, then grocery store. That sounds like fun. I'm going to get heat on my back. Sylvia says, great impromptu session, Coleen, and great sew with lace. Miss Ellen says, I wish I could get a private session with Julia Quilt Off. She can teach me anything about quilting. That will be a dream come true. I don't know who that is, but I'll have to look her up. I trust your opinion. Fern says, very pretty. Sylvia says, the lace on the bottom is enough. Hugs, thank you. And Sylvia says, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Deborah says, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Fern says, happy Thanksgiving to all. And I hope that you have a relaxing Thanksgiving, and check out, if your budget allows, mine doesn't allow, but I'm still going to look. Check out the Black Friday sales at your favorite quilt shops and online quilt stores. You never know what they'll have. I am not sponsored. I am not an affiliate with anyone. I don't want anybody to think, oh, you're just saying that so you get no. But support small businesses Saturday. Give them some love. See if, you can help them out, because small businesses are going to die out if we don't frequent them when we can. Deborah's going out to eat with family. And with that, I'm going to say thank you so much. I love y'all, and God bless. Be the light you want to see in others. Lead with kindness. Bye-bye.